Hello everyone. It's lovely to see you. How are you? That's good to hear. I hear that you've been doing some great work. Is that right? I'm excited to see what you've done. Would you like to show me that first before we start anything? I'd love to see what you've done. Okay, let's have a look. Wow. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Can you tell me about that animal? What is it? A gazelle. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you see those everywhere where you live? Yeah? Oh, are they? Oh, that's amazing. Do you get to go see them? Oh, that's awesome. What else do we have? Who else has got something? What have you got? Oh, do you know what? Tigers are my favorite animals ever. I would love to see a tiger. Would I see a tiger if I come to Kenya? Would I truly? Are they in the orphanage as well? Ah, awesome. Okay, so what else have you got? Let's have a look. Oh, there's a kangaroo. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful drawing. That's fantastic. I bet you don't see kangaroos in Kenya. I'm joking a little. What? Who else has something? Ah, so is that a turtle or a tortoise? A turtle. Ah, fantastic. Very good. You guys are great drawers. You're fantastic. Ah, is that a pet dog or one that you would see in the wild? Oh, really? Okay, so you don't, well, that's amazing. They don't love dogs. Okay, what about cats? Do you have cats? Ah, I love cats too. I like dogs. Ah, okay. Oh, that's fun. Fantastic. Oh, I love that one. That's awesome. Good job. Fantastic job. Ah, wow. That's fantastic. So is that a rooster or a chicken? A rooster? A rooster. Okay. Very good drawing. Fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm so excited. Is there any more? Oh, I would love to see a gorilla too. They are amazing. So do you see those in the wild? Wow. And are they friendly or do you have to stay away? Okay, okay. Wow. An elephant. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Really good drawings. I'm just amazed at how good drawers you are. You're really fantastic. Great. Ah, a giraffe. Fantastic. Wow. It must be amazing to see a giraffe in the wild. That would be amazing for me. I'm going to come visit so I can see a giraffe and a tiger. Hey, I'm going to give you guys a big clap. Awesome job. All right. You're welcome. Do you do high fives there? I'm going to give you a high five. Excellent job. All right. Well, we're going to do, I'm going to put up my screen in now. Hold on just a minute. Oops. We're going to talk, I'm going to give you a little bit of a quiz. So I hope you're up for that. Do you know what a quiz is? Like a little test. That's a bit scary, isn't it? Alright, so it's not too hard to test. I hope you learned a little bit about Australian animals last time, because that's what the test is about, okay? So, hi, it's me again. Glad to see you. Okay, who can remember the name of these animals? Who can remember the name of this Aussie animal? Anybody? You want to put his, can anybody remember? Put your hand up if you can remember. Who said a koala? They were right. Good job. Let's have a look and see. It is definitely a koala. Okay, what about the next one? Who can remember this one? This is an easy one. Kangaroo, exactly. What about this one? Who can remember the name of this animal? Starts wombat. Oh, very close. Wombat. Big furry wombat. There we go. All right, now here we go. Marsupials carry their babies in a sack, a bag, a pouch. Oh, I said sack twice. Look at that. All right, I gave you a free one. Which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Who can tell me? Where do they carry their babies? In a pouch. All right, let's have a look and see if you're right. The right one will be the one that stays. Yes, you are right. Give yourself a clap. Good job. Okay, next one. The name of this animal is a platypus, a wallaby, a quokka, or a wombat. Who can remember? A platypus. Good boy. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Can you do that? Pat yourself on the back. All right, let's see if you're right, though. I think you are. Excellent job. Last question. A platypus is a mammal, is egg-laying, semi-aquatic, or all of the above. A platypus is a mammal. What else? Are they egg-laying? Let's see if you're right. Let's see what the answer is. A platypus is all of the above. It is a mammal and it's an egg-laying animal, and it lives in the water. It's a very unusual animal. Okay? Good job. You did great. Good job on that quiz. That was fun. Alright, so because we just looked at the platypus, we have, in our country, in Australia, we have people who were originally from Australia, and they're called the Aboriginal people. They're the native Australians, and they have what's called the dream time, and that's like stories from our history. And I thought you might like to see a little video of a story about the platypus. Would you like to see that? Okay, so I'm going to play you this video, okay?
Buladurang, the platypus. Back in the old days, a young duck named Tharaku was carelessly swimming in a billabong, all by herself. Muluka, the water devil, was known to lurk around these waters. Her tribe warned her not to swim alone, but she didn't listen. She decided to swim far down the billabong and disappear away from her tribe. Tharaku saw a bank with lovely long green grass where she could rest and feed. On the bank, she found a burrow where Bagoon, a giant water rat, lived. He snatched her away and dragged her into the burrow and ordered her to be his wife. Tharaku kicked and screamed to escape, but to no avail. Bagoon, holding a spear, threatened her life, so she had no choice but to stay and live in fear. A few months went by and she started thinking about ways to escape. Finally, Bagoon let down his guard and ran away back to her tribe. Her tribe was surprised that she was still alive, as they believed that the evil Muluka had taken her away forever. Her sisters were excited to see her, and they swam around the billabong happily together. Soon it was time for nesting, and Theraku built her nest amongst the rushes, awaiting the arrivals of her young ones. Gradually, the mother ducks showed the ducklings how to swim along the reedy edges of the billabong. Theraku bravely left her nest and showed her sisters her young ones. The ducks all crowded around and couldn't believe their eyes. They were no ordinary ducklings. The creatures were covered with short, dense fur, and they had 4 short, sprawling legs with duck-like webbed feet. The bills were the bills of ducks. However, on the back 2 ankle joints was a short, sharp, pointy spur that was like the point of the spear of Lagoon. Theraku's tribe was upset to see what the creatures looked like. The creatures were disowned and sent away from the tribe. So Theraku left her tribe and found a place to live far, far away from her sisters and Bagoon. Years later, her children grew up and laid eggs of their own, and that's the platypus we see today.
So, I hope you liked the story. Oh, we're going to get to the food in a minute. So, did you like the story? Is it good, hey? I'm going to send you that link again so you can have a look at it again if you're allowed to do that. So, there's lots of fantastic stories about how different animals came to be, and they all come from what's called the dream time. And next time I see you, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the dream time, okay? But today, as promised, I said we'd talk about Australian food. Who was happy to hear about Australian food? Hands up if you're happy about it. Yep. The only thing I'm worried about is I might make you all hungry. I hope I won't make you all hungry. Okay. So hope you all had a good breakfast, okay? Alright, so the very first, very popular Australian food is what's called a meat pie. And here's the pie here. I'm going to actually use my little special little laser. Oops, hang on. Laser pointer. So here, so it has a pastry. I don't know what maybe you'll have to do some show me some of your special foods next time. So we have pastry and we have meat, and then do you have tomato sauce over there? Do you have tomato? You do have tomato sauce. Okay, so you have to have a meat pie with tomato sauce, okay? Very, very popular, and it's served very warm, okay? So it's a warm food. All right, so let's go to the next one. So, oh, I put that slide in the wrong spot. That was meant to be the first one. So let's go. So the next one is called a sausage roll. And again, it's got pastry, and it's made with meat and onion and carrot all mixed together. And again, you have this with tomato sauce, okay? It's quite yummy, and we often have it at parties. So if we have a special party, a birthday party or something like that, you would get lots of sausage rolls, okay? So the next one is what's called a roast dinner. Do you have roast dinners over there? You do? Okay, cool. So it's very popular in Australia. We have roast lamb and we have roast vegetables, and it's usually, it can be a variety of different vegetables. So it's quite a popular meal here in Australia, okay? So the next one, I said I was going to make you hungry, didn't I? So the next one is fish and chips. So hang on, just get that out of the way for a second. So fish and chips. So fish and chips you can buy as takeaway food. So does anyone know do you have takeaway food? Probably. You do? Okay, awesome. So you can go to a shop and you can get fish and chips and take it away and then go home and eat it, or you can go, we often go down to the beach and have fish and chips as well. And it's yummy. Really nice. Okay, then we have barbecues. So we have lots and lots of barbecues, and you have lots of meat, and you can have fish and vegetables and all sorts. And then also we usually have that outside when it's a nice warm day. So then now we're getting to the good stuff. This is called a lamington. Does that look amazing? I'll have to try. I don't know how. We might have to send you around. I don't know if we can make them, but I'll send you a recipe maybe. So a lamington is like a cake, and it's rolled in chocolate sauce and coconut, has whipped cream and jam, and it's delicious. Am I making you all hungry? You're all getting hungry, I bet. Okay, now this is called a pavlova, and again it's a meringue, and it has cream on top with lots of yummy fruit, and we usually have this for our Christmas dessert. So at Christmas Day we have it as a dessert. Okay, now this is treasure. These are called Tim Tams. Have you ever heard of Tim Tams? No, Tim Tam biscuits. They are yum. They're chocolate biscuits, chocolate on the inside, chocolate biscuit covered in chocolate. Can you imagine? It tastes amazing. When I come visit you, I'll bring you some. Alright, now here are some Aussie staples. This is what I grew up with when I was little. So we have, has anyone ever heard of Vegemite? No? So Vegemite's like a spread. It's like jam or honey, and it's made from stock. It sounds awful, it looks terrible, but we love it. It's yummy. You can have it on bread, you can have it on toast, and it's also nice with cheese. So most Aussie kids grow up with Vegemite. Then we have these little chocolates. One's called a Freddo Frog, and then a Caramello Koala. The Caramello Koala has caramel inside, and most children love these. And this is what we have for parties. So if you were to have a birthday party, your mum would make some chocolate crackles or fairy bread. So chocolate crackles are made from like a cereal, and fairy bread are like coloured sprinkles on top of bread. And again, it's eaten at lots of children's parties. So, what did you think? Did that make you really hungry? I'm going to show you a little video. Here it is here. So this gives you a little bit of a history. Hold on a minute before I start it. This gives you a little bit of a history about Australian food, okay? So it only goes for a couple of minutes. Alright.
In talking about Australian food, I should start this video by saying this is a personal memory of the Australian food culture. It's not meant to be an official history. When European settlement started in this country in 1788, most of the food ideas were obviously derived from the British traditions brought here by those immigrant settlers. Prior to that, the Aboriginal peoples that inhabited Australia were hunter-gatherers who lived on local game and the natural produce of fruits, berries and nuts, which later became known as bush tucker. Growing up in Australia in the 50s and 60s, my recollection of the food is that it was pretty bland. It wasn't really until the late 60s and the 70s that the food culture began to change. You see, after World War II, Australia embarked on a massive immigration program, with millions of migrants arriving from Europe, Asia and the Middle East. And they brought with them their own sophisticated food cultures, and over the next 20 and 30 years, their traditions began to influence what Australians ate, and indeed, the whole attitude we had to food. Today, Australian cuisine reflects those food cultures that arrived on our shores all those years ago, and it's developed into its own unique and outstanding cuisine. But there are some local or quirky things about Australian food. Our climate makes barbecues commonplace, You might even remember Paul Hogan as Crocodile Dundee, inviting people to visit Australia and we'd throw another shrimp on the barbie. One of the best known unique foods we love in Australia is Vegemite. We start eating it as kids, and indeed Australian children are known locally as happy little Vegemites. At the footy, we'll eat a meat pie with tomato sauce, a sausage roll, or maybe even a Chico roll. Other popular takeaway foods include fish and chips, and now of course a Macca's, a McDonald's hamburger. We do eat our national symbol, the kangaroo. Other unique or local foods include Anzac biscuits, Tim Tams, Violet Crumble, Weet-Bix, Pavlova, Lamingtons and iced Bobos. The wonderful thing about Australian food today is its abundance, freshness, quality and sheer variety. We may have started out with a pretty bland, uninspiring cuisine, but as time has gone on, our tastes have changed and matured. Now when it comes to food, Australians have become adventurous, colourful, unique and even passionate.
Okay, so that's a little bit about Australian food. So you'll have to tell me, what sort of food do you normally... I'm going to stop sharing for a moment now. So I'd love you to tell me, what do you eat in Kenya? What's your favourite foods? Something in rice. What was the thing in rice that you said? Is it? And beans. Okay, so that sounds yummy. And what do you have for a treat? What would you have for treats? Like, do you have something like ice cream or some kind of candy, or do you have, what do you have? What do you make, biscuits or cake? What would you have for party food? Biscuits? And soda? Okay. What kind of soda do you have? Like Coke? Sprite. I like Sprite. That's nice. You'll have to maybe we'll have to do something like, you'll have to take some photos of some food that you like to eat, or draw some pictures of some food that you like to eat and show that to me next time. That would be fun. Don't you think? Would that be good? Yeah, that would. And what I might do is send you a recipe for something that you could make that, I don't know, what can you, I'm imagining you could get flour and sugar and milk, and could you get those kind of those ingredients? So I might send you a simple recipe for some biscuits, and maybe you could try to make it. That would be fun. Because I'd love to see you do that. So yeah, so that would be really great. I also sent your teacher, I don't know if you've got it yet, Emma, is it Emily that's there? I don't know if you've got it. Yeah. I sent Jairus a word search and a couple of other things, so I thought, oh, have they? You guys are so fast and quick. That's amazing. Well done. So did they find it easy? Was it too easy, or was it okay? So I need to make it harder for you. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can make it harder. So that would be great for me as well. Well, I'm going to have to go because it's getting late for me now, but I have loved talking to you, and thank you for doing those wonderful drawings for me. I loved them. Would you like to show them up for me again one more time? Just all show them up together so I can see them. Brilliant. You guys are so good. Give yourselves a really big clap, okay? Excellent. Good job. I'm very impressed. Well, I'll see you next time, okay? I'm going to send those questions for your teacher, all right? So you've got a little bit of work to do. Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.